Hey folks, Alamandic, the Hot Rod Hippie here, and we're working in the workshop today, trying to get this place set up so I can get back to filming normal videos. I've already got some progress made back here, but the one thing I want to dive into right off the bat, just get something done, is these lights. We put up a couple of T8 light housings around here. That's been one of the big hurdles, has been electrical in this place. I don't really want to go into detail in that. But when we put up these T8 light housings, the fluorescent light housings, we took the ballast out, bypassed them, and put in some LEDs that are meant to work with the bypass setup. And they're just some GE ones that I got at Lowe's, and I am not happy with them. They're just not bright enough for my liking. So I picked up some other ones off of Amazon, and let's see how much of a difference there is between the two. A quick note about something I don't think I've made a point about. The folks at Isotunes provided me a discount code. So if you use the code HotRodHippie10, you'll get 10% off of your order on their website. I use the Isotunes Pro 2.0 Bluetooth hearing protection almost every day. I use them when I'm walking the dog. I use them all the time. I really like them. I've done full reviews on them on this channel. I did get an email from the folks at Isotunes saying that their pricing in October is going to increase. The way the world is, manufacturing costs, shipping costs, everything is increasing, so they've held off raising the price as long as they could. They have to do a price increase, probably about $10 on average per item. So if you order right now, you'll not only avoid the price increase that's coming, but you could use my discount code and save an additional 10%. I would highly recommend, if you're on the fence about it, pick up a set. They also have a really good money back guarantee, so if you're not happy with them, send them back after you try them out for a couple of days. Okay, this is our before. This is the GE lights. I don't know if these Amazon lights are going to be any good or not. They are this much lumen versus the GEs, which are this much lumen, so theoretically they should be significantly brighter, but we're going to find out in a moment if they even work out of the box. Of course, the Amazon shipping was horrendous. Doesn't matter. I'm going to swap them out, and we'll see a difference. Before, and this is after only replacing 12 out of the 16 bulbs. For some reason I screwed up and didn't order 4 packs. I only ordered 3 packs. I don't know how I did that, but okay. At first I only replaced one of them and I checked it, and one fixture worth of bulbs, and I was like, oh, these are not that much brighter than the GEs. I got ripped off. But now that I replaced 3 of them, okay, they're a fair bit brighter. This shop still needs more light. There's a lot of shadows I don't like. That's beside the point. Well, let's move on to actually talking about the workshop space a little bit, what we've gotten done so far and what is yet to come. Behind me over here, we're making a little progress on the Mandic Really side of things. We've got the shelves set up, one of the 3D printers back there, my Ender 5 Plus, and there's a lot more of that stuff to come, but that's not really where a lot of stuff has been happening. That's been more so the Hot Rod Hippie side of things. I got the old Hot Rod Hippie backdrop installed on the wall over here, above and behind my Ratfink toolbox. This shows you the space that I've got now, because that backdrop was all you folks ever saw on camera from the previous studio space, the bedroom that I was working in. Now we've got so much more wall space, just wall space, but then there's so much more space in here. It's not nearly as big as I could really use, but at the end of the day, it is light years better than what I had, and it is going to allow me to do so much more. Next to the Ratfink box, we've got my Matco 6S box, which is like my primary toolbox. It has a lot of my mechanic hand tool type stuff is in there, and my vice grip storage over here that I showed in a toolbox tour forever ago. That blank space on the wall there, I thought about putting a logo up there or something, but I think I'm going to put up pegboard there. I don't love pegboard for a lot of actual tool storage, but I think I'm going to put all my AN fittings. I've got boxes of AN fittings. I think I'm going to put them there for both display, easy access, and also I think it'll make a nice little backdrop to have just a wall of AN fittings that I can pull from. Let's see, since the last time you folks saw this space, we've got the insulation in on the roof. We figured out that the flat roof that's on the space actually is a little bit insulated with foam insulation on top of the plywood underneath the asphalt or whatever is on the roof. So that's a positive. Also, I got studio lights up. The electrical is pretty much taken care of. And AC. I am so looking forward to having AC. The air conditioning isn't 100% finished. I went with a mini split 18,000 BTUs for this space being a little over 600 square feet, but all having 10.5, 11-foot ceilings, so the cubic footage of the space is more than a standard living room or something like that generally. Also, it's block and brick on all 4 sides of this place, uninsulated, so I wanted to kind of overkill it a little bit when it comes to the heating and air conditioning. That unit is also the heat for this space. Hopefully it's enough or doesn't freeze in the cold. Here in Philadelphia, we definitely dip down below 30 degrees into the 20s, maybe teens, Fahrenheit that is. But we don't generally get down to around 0 or below unless we're having a serious cold snap, at which point I can kind of see that I might just not be out here working anyway. If anybody's followed my channel for a while, you probably know that I'm not a big fan of Harbor Freight. I've made a point about that a couple of times in the past, but with all the work we've been doing in here, I finally went and picked up a tool that I've needed for quite some time, but I cheaped out and bought a Harbor Freight one. Let me show you real quick. I picked up this Bauer rotary hammer drill, and honestly, $109 at Harbor Freight. I've been pretty darn impressed with this thing. I've been punching 1-inch holes through block and brick and using it for a lot of smaller holes. Like, it has been working really well for my needs anyway. I'm sure if I was punching holes in brick every day, this might not hold up long term. I can't say, but for my needs, I'm pretty impressed. And this is actually the second Bauer tool that I'm kind of raving about on this channel. Previously was the Portaband bandsaw setup with the Swag Off-Road table in my dad's workshop. We're also gonna have one of those setups in here as well. So I guess I might be turning a corner a little bit on Harbor Freight. Things that are yet to come, things I need to do. Obviously, I've got a lot of straightening up to do. I gotta find homes for a lot of this stuff that I'm not 100% where the heck it's gonna end up at the moment. Like, I've got the welding bench over here and my Snap-on toolbox. They're gonna end up free floating in the middle of this space. So I think I could put some shelves over here for some of this other stuff that doesn't quite have a home at the moment. These garage doors need to be insulated. They're uninsulated at the moment. To insulate these doors, I picked up these Owen Corning Focus garage door kits. Got the Pink Panther on there. They're only R8, but hey, it's a lot better than just having a metal uninsulated door. And I'm gonna reseal the doors as well. Anything I can do to cut down. The ceiling with the R19 that I put up there has made a pretty big difference in here. And it's also now October 1st when I'm filming this, so weather is already turning a corner and it's already kind of chillier outside. I'm going to be using the heat more than the AC before you know it. Something else I haven't shown you, I've got this vintage bandsaw from Craftsman that I fully intend to restore and update a little bit. It needs roller bearings and it screams to high hell. The stand is really like, it makes a whole lot of noise when you use it because it shakes and vibrates, and I want to really do that thing up right. I think it's a gorgeous kind of Art Deco-ish kind of style to it. It deserves to be back to its glory and functional again. I'm fully intending to do some updated toolbox tours once we get a little setup in here better organized, and I'm back to where everything is where it's supposed to be. Like, I've been working in and out of tool bags for the last year or so half my tools are spread out around places. I need to organize better. Being stored in a trailer, all of my tools for the last year plus, was not a good thing. Let's check this out. These poor hammers and dollies that got left in the trailer in this toolbox for the last year plus, they have seen some significantly better days. Like, that hammer handle even has mold on it. Ugh. So I'll probably be doing yet another video about cleaning these up. I've done one in the past, but I'm going to do like a full-on hammer dolly maintenance video, I guess. I definitely let that get way worse than I ever should have, but what was I going to do? Like, I would have had to go and periodically oil all of the tools or something. They were oiled before they were put away. It's just, they sat for so long in a damp, humid environment inside of my storage trailer. That stuff is unfortunately gonna happen. I've got a lot of work on my plate yet today. I'm gonna punch the lines through for the AC so I can get that up and running, either AC or heat, since that is both. And I've got to get a handle on the Mandic Really side of things, start building out a workbench over here, various things for this side as well. I'll do an update video on that channel as well if you wanna go check that out. I just wanted to do a quick little update and show you folks that we are making progress. I said that I wasn't going anywhere, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm still gonna be here. Just gotta figure out the path. Like, all this stuff has been taking so much longer than I ever hoped it would. Alright folks, I'm gonna get to work and I'm not gonna do my usual outro on this video. I wanna say thank you to everybody who's here, thank you for being here, but most of all, thank you to the patrons on Patreon. You folks are the ones who make things like this possible. This whole build out, this is nickel and diming every which way and taking so much longer than I hoped it would, and my Patreon has really picked up in the last month or so, so I greatly appreciate everybody who supports. I'm gonna throw some names up here while I get to work and then throw up the outro. Thank you folks for being here, and I'll catch you in the next one.